All right, what is going on, everybody? Let me stop this. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, let me know if you can see me and hear me. I'm trying to stream this over on our Instagram. We've got our Facebook group I'm streaming into, our YouTube. I'm trying out Instagram. We'll see. I need to grow my Instagram a little bit more. I haven't been on there too much, but yeah, let me know if you can see me, hear me. Let me know who you are. Let me know that you're watching, where you're coming from, where your business is at, and all of that. So yeah, let's see, Jane, we can see and hear you. Sweet. Awesome. All right, thank you, Jane. So yeah, we're going to be doing, this is the first night of 7 nights where we're going to be doing live sourcing. So it's 7 days every night at this time. So 8 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. every single night for the next 7 days. We're going to be doing some live sourcing for you guys. I'm going to try to change things up a little bit every single time. Basically, I'm trying to give you like a little taste, a little flavor of what sourcing camp is going to be like. Now, our sourcing camp is starting next Friday. That's why I'm doing this for 7 days. Sourcing camp is going to be sort of like this, but on absolute bonkers steroids, okay? We're bringing in, I think it was 13, we might even be up to 14 different camp counselors, plus myself, who are all going to be sourcing for you guys live on video, where you can ask questions, where you can watch over our shoulder, you can see what we do, why we do it, where we go, what we're sourcing, how we're doing, what tools we like to use, because everyone has their own flavors and styles and things like that. Nobody knows everything about sourcing, okay? So there's always little tricks and tools or little golden nuggets that you can pick up from everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new seller or if you've been selling for a year or 10 years. It doesn't matter if you're a 0-figure seller, 6-figure seller, 7 or even 8-figure seller. Like, we've got camp counselors that are covering the gamut of this. We've got a couple of them are doing, I think it was about 13 million per year in sales. So unless you're doing more than that, you're going to be learning something from somebody. And even if you are doing more than that, like, you can learn, I learn so much from everybody every time. And I'm not the largest seller there, but I'm also not the smallest seller there. So I learn something every time that I go. So yeah, we're going to be doing these live sourcing videos every night. Welcome, Ken. What's up? Watching from Arkansas. And signed up for sourcing camp. Sweet, man. We'll see you there. All right. So I'm going to dive in. I asked a question in our Facebook group. I'm not sure where everyone is watching from, but I asked a question in our Facebook group a day or two ago for what kinds of sourcing people would like to see. If I did this sort of like every night, 7-day live sourcing type of thing, what would people like to see? So I'm going to pull up some of the answers there. And oh, actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't do this from my computer because I might get kicked out of the training. Let me look it up on my phone real fast. All right. And if you're on Facebook, I mean, you can see the same post. All right. We've got 1 vote for Amazon to Amazon, Amazon to Amazon, outside of clothing, Amazon to Amazon, Amazon to Amazon, replens, Amazon to Amazon, replens, diamonds in the rough, keep a sourcing, A to A. Sweet. Lots of repeats, replens that are not groceries. So a lot of people asking for Amazon stuff, a lot of people asking for replen stuff. I like the idea of doing this, doing A to A flipping outside of the clothing category. I think we can find some interesting nuances there. So let's dive in here. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if this works. Window, share. Perfect. All right, we're in the matrix now, folks. Okay, and I'm going to put myself over to the side. Okay, so we're going to open up a fresh tab for you. By the way, if you guys are interested in signing up for sourcing camp, there is a QR code at the very top left of your screen here. If I make myself big real fast, you can see it right over here. It's my right, but your left. Right here. You can scan that QR code, and that'll get you into sourcing camp. All right, now how do I, there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna find some Amazon to Amazon flips. I freaking love Amazon to Amazon flips. This, I've always known about it, and we dabbled in it a little bit over the years. I mean, we've been selling on Amazon quite a while, and we've done a little bit here and there. And honestly, like, it wasn't my favorite. I felt like I kind of got burned a couple times. And it wasn't until about a year ago when I started to take this seriously, and I really did it fundamentally differently. So a lot of people, when they get burned with Amazon to Amazon, or if they've tried this in years past, it was probably one of two things. Either it was specifically flipping used books from third-party sellers. And this, I mean, I'll even put in, generally speaking, don't ever flip anything from eBay onto Amazon. You don't have the paper trails. It's such high risk, low reward. Like it's just not worth it, guys. It's crazy to do it. However, the exception to that, in my opinion, would be books, because you generally don't need paper trails selling used books. They understand that you're getting this from places like thrift stores. Okay, that's where used books come from. So you can do Amazon to Amazon flips or eBay to Amazon flips with used books, and that was pretty common back in the day. The other thing that we would see a lot back in the day was these sort of speculative Q4 buys where it's like, okay, what's going to be this year's hottest toy? Oh, it's going to be this LOL surprise doll. And so you try to like buy a bunch of stock from Amazon, hoping that Amazon would go out of stock come like December 5th or something like that. And then you could sell through all of yours. And it was a little bit gambly in the sense that you were banking on Amazon going out of stock. Like you were buying a ton when they were in stock, and they're usually in stock, but you're like, you know what? I think for Christmas they're going to go out of stock, and so we'll sort of bank on that. I did that. I had some winners. I had a lot of losers, and I just generally didn't really like it. It felt a little bit too gambly for me. The data wasn't there to back up my sourcing decisions. However, in the past year, we've really done a lot more of this. And we've gone way past the speculative buys, and we found ways to find the hard data to show us with, I mean, nothing is absolutely certain, but with a very high standard of certainty, products where they are often super cheap today, they're discounted for whatever reason today, but in a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever, it'll go back up to its normal price. So instead of buying at a normal price and hoping that it skyrockets to an abnormal price, we are buying at an abnormal price, and we're pretty confident that it's going to go back to its normal price. Okay, so let me show you a cool way to find this. We're going to go to the Keepa Deals tab. This is super easy. If you don't have Keepa, let me know in the chat. I'll send you guys a link to it. This is absolutely the #1 tool for Amazon sellers. If someone says like, oh, get this on-screen calculator, that's the #1 tool. Those are nice to haves. There's lots of nice to haves in the Amazon space. There are very, very few need to haves. Keepa is a need to have, and some sort of listing and bookkeeping software would be a need to have. Okay, everything else is a nice to have. So Keepa is one of these needs to haves. Now, one of the parts of Keepa that most people don't utilize, I mean, if you've been using Keepa for some time, I think there's a decent chance you've never clicked on this button before in your life. The Keepa Deals tab. This is such an easy, fast way to find some Amazon to Amazon flips. So what we're doing, we are finding something where today it's heavily discounted, and we're just going to buy it now, and we're going to flip it right back onto the exact same listing in like a week or two. Okay? All right, so we're going to click on this Deals tab. Now, the comment that there's a bunch of people asking for Amazon to Amazon flips. The one that was just a little bit different was an A to A flip outside of the clothing category. It's like, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because a lot of A to A flips are going to be clothing. But not everyone knows how to look outside of that. So we got this Deals tab. Right off the bat, I'm going to show you how to look at how to exclude clothing. So you can see here, this is looking at all of the deals that are fitting these parameters right now. We've got some parameters in here like lowest ever, sort by newest, blah, 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 whatever. You can change this stuff however you want. In fact, I don't look at the, this is like the table view. I usually prefer the product, we're looking at product box view. I usually prefer the table view, if I'm being honest. Okay. Let me see if I can null this out, because this has a bunch of stuff. Hang on a second. Keepa Deals tab, because it had some stuff in here preset, and I'm trying to get like a clean output. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's why I wasn't seeing it. All right, so we're going to look for something, and there's lots of different levers that you can pull here. Just for today's video, let's look for something that Amazon themselves is selling. And let's exclude clothing and jewelry. So you see all the different categories up here. I've already excluded Audible books because you can't flip Audible books. I exclude cell phone accessories. I hate flipping those. Handmade products, can't flip that. Software, can't flip that. And the question mark category. I don't know what the heck that is, so I'm not going to try to flip that, okay? Now, for this video, we are also going to exclude clothing. So let's put a little X by that clothing. Let's double check you can see everything. Okay. And if you guys have any questions during this, just let me know. Feel free to interrupt me, and I'll try to pop over and answer questions as we go. And I'll stick around here at the end to just help you. If you have just general Amazon questions, I'm here to help, okay? All right, so we've excluded the clothing. We've chosen the deal type as Amazon. Limit the drop interval. So this is like we are looking at something that has dropped in price. Do we want to compare that to like it's dropped, like today's price is different than yesterday's price. Today's price is better than last week's price. Today's price is better than the average month price, or today's price is better than the average 3-month price. So this is all kind of comparing it. You'll get different results with all of these. There's no like best answer. I encourage you, please flip around in here. Okay. All right. Select range. Let's do 50 to 90% drop. 7 to 100. Again, this is not an exact science. Flip these levers around any which way you want. All of that is good. Let's do some other levers. Let's turn off lowest ever. It doesn't necessarily have to be the lowest ever for this example, so I'll turn that off. We are looking at Amazon stuff. Must-have reviews. Since we're on video, I'm going to filter adult items. You can absolutely sell that stuff, but I'm not going to do that on a YouTube video here. And sort by, you can do this however which way you want. By like the percentage it's dropped. I do this a lot. You could do the newest, whatever you want. Okay. Now, what we're looking at here are items. They're sold by Amazon. It's dropped at least 50% compared to the average from a week ago, and it's not clothing. Okay. That gives us a very narrow corridor to look down. But even with that narrow corridor, we're still looking at 383 items. I know that these numbers can get a little bit small here, but let's look through a couple of these. I haven't pre-sourced this at all. I'm trying to show you guys live just how easy and fast this can be. All right, so I'm going to click and pull up this very first one. We've got a, why is it Kindle? Let me exclude this. Kindle, I thought, there we go. Let me exclude Kindle. There we go. Because we can't resell stuff for the Kindle. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way. Woo, this one is interesting. Let's pull it up. So this is looked like a video game. Yeah, Watch Dogs. The video game PC download. I can't do PC downloads. All right, next. Outerwear youth stuff. Okay, now I'm going to skip this one simply because, so if we look here, it's a coat, so it's probably going to be selling worse and worse over time. But if we look at this Keep a Graph, yeah, like last week it was up there at like $40, but it's been going down. Usually I would price this at between $10 to $20. So this isn't a deal. It just happens to sort of hit our parameters because of that. PC code says the same one again. Let's see, same one here. We're not beating the average price. This is possible PC code. I'm pulling up a lot of PC codes. Maybe I'll just turn off, because it's not filtering out the software like that. So let's just turn off video games in general. All right, it doesn't look like a deal. This one might be a deal. Let's check this. All right, so really I'm looking for things that had a significant drop in price, where like the normal average price was significantly higher. All right, so today's price is $7.33. I'm going to plug that into my calculator here for the buy cost. Now, look at this, keep a chart real fast. Pull it out a little bit. Is it selling? It's a book. Yeah, it's not selling fantastically. It sold a couple copies, but nothing too crazy. It's selling a little bit though. If we were to buy this, let's say this is paperback. If we were to buy this and then flip it for the average 30 or 90-day price, just click on this, we would be making $12.50 profit or 172% ROI. Estimated monthly sales, 1 per month. Yeah, I think that's a decent guesstimation about one of these is selling per month. So yeah, you could flip this and make 10, 12 bucks, whatever that is. It might be kind of a buy and hold. I wouldn't suggest necessarily doing it from this video because there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this video. But if you're finding this your own self, easy peasy. Now, how fast do these things update? Very fast. In fact, if you came back in an hour, you would probably see more than half of these as a different product, okay? Especially if you're filtering by the newest. All right, let's see if we can find one or two more for you guys. Average price, no. Average price, no. Average price, this is interesting. Not very many people can sell perfumes, though. If you could sell perfumes, that would be an interesting one. I'll skip it just because most of you guys probably can't sell it. Let's skip that one, skip that one. Let's see, Loom Coastal Area Rug. We will do pretty well with some of these area rugs where like just one specific size, for whatever reason, Amazon has like clearanced it out. All right, so this has good ratings. It's sold by Amazon. All right, it's usually selling for $73.50, and today it's $20. Holy smokes. All right, so let's plug this into the calculator. $19.99. It's usually about $72. We're going to be making $27 of profit, or 139% ROI. All right, estimated monthly sales are pretty good. Now that is across all of the different variations. So there's, what is this, like 8 different colors and a couple different sizes. Semicircle charcoal. Yeah, and a couple different shapes as well. So there are a decent amount of variations. If you want to look at the specific variations, you can look in here and do all that. I'm not going to go that deep in this video, but just at the surface level, this looks promising. I would do more research just to double check everything, but this would definitely go on my sort of like star this to research further. Okay, I think that's probably a winner just at first glance. Let's see if we can find one more. So this is A to A. That's not clothing. I'm just using the deals tab, the easiest way. All right, not a deal, 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 maybe a deal. Let's check this out. All right. Okay, so the NBA logo next thing. All right, usually this is selling for between 13 and 15. Today's price is 5. So let's enter this in, and I'll put the average 90-day. I'm just going to click right there. There we go. 78% profit, or $3.92. So is it profitable? Yes. Is it selling? Yes. This is all selling. All right. Pretty good stuff. We found 3 pretty quickly there for you guys. Yeah, that's sort of a taste of what Sourcing Camp is going to be like. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'll stick around here for another 5 or 10 minutes. If you have questions about Amazon, if you're stuck on something, you're having issues, you're trying to source in a new way, you have questions about Sourcing Camp or Amazon to Amazon flipping, anything like that, let me know in the comment section. If you're interested in checking out Sourcing Camp, I don't know why that says, why does that say donate? That's weird. That is the correct QR code. I don't know what that, I didn't set that one up. That's weird. This is the correct QR code if you're interested in taking Sourcing Camp. Sourcing Camp is going to be 10 days of hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of that, of myself plus like 13 other people that are all going to be coming on for different breakout sessions, utilizing different tools, utilizing different sourcing methods to just source for you guys. We're going to find stuff live. It's not, I was so sick of like the theoretical conferences or classes or whatever, where it's like, oh, this is how you could do it, or this is how you can do it. Like, no, this is how I do it. This is how I am doing it. ING, doing. Okay, that was really what I felt like was missing in the space. So I wanted to do something where we're not just like, we're not going to teach you a bunch of theory and then be like, okay, well, I hope you apply this. Like, no, let's go fishing. Come fishing with me. All right, so that was sort of our goal there. We've had amazing responses in our past sourcing camps. Multiple hundreds of very serious sellers have gone through. We've got camp counselors that are 6, 7, and 8-figure sellers coming to help source with us. So yeah. All right. Any questions that I can answer before I pop off here? If not, I will be doing these every single night for the next 7 days. Today is Friday. Sourcing camp starts next Friday. So I'm going to be doing this for 7 days, starting today and ending on Friday. All right, next Friday. We're going to be doing this every single night. So if you want to see more sourcing, tune back into either our YouTube or our Instagram or our Facebook group at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll see me and I'll be sourcing for you guys. All right, I don't see any questions for tonight. So I hope you guys are all crushing it. I hope you're getting great sales. I hope your Amazon support agents are helpful today. Whatever other good luck I can send your way. And with that, adios, everybody. Hustle on. Oh, we got a question. Do you keep a monthly sales to decide how many units to purchase? No, never. Keepa does not have a monthly sales option. A really common misconception. This is a great question. Okay, let me show you something real fast. Share my screen again. Let's see. Share this. All right. Let me use this one as the example. Okay. So Keepa does not have a monthly sales. Like, there's nothing on this page that says how many sold per month. There is something on this page that says drops per month. And if I'm incorrect, and I'm assuming incorrectly, please correct me. But usually when I see this question, people are talking about this right here, where it's this particular product says 7 drops per month. Okay. A drop like this does not equal a sale. It just doesn't. This does not mean that it has sold 7 times per month. That's not it. Now, you could be asking, if something is selling a lot, Keepa will sometimes show you, yeah, this one's not selling enough. This one's not selling. None of the products that I showed you are selling enough. Let me find something that is selling enough to show you the one that is real. Because there are 2 different parts of this, depending on which what you mean with your question. Okay. Let's see here. We've got this variations. Let me just check to make sure that this one is showing the data that I'm trying to explain. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I misspoke. Again, this is a pretty new feature on Keepa, so my knee-jerk reaction is like, no, they're talking about the sales rank drops. If you're talking about the sales rank drops, no, don't even look at that metric. It's not worth your time. If you're talking about this, where it says bought in the past month, and Keepa says 50 plus bought in the past month, this is 100% correct. This is absolutely infallible. It's not a guess. It is not an estimation. This is directly from Amazon. You see here on this Amazon listing. So I'm looking at the Nike Dry Fit for the blue 3XL. And Amazon says 50 plus were bought this month. So usually they do it in increments of about 100. So it'll go from 50 per month to 100 to 200 to 300, 400, 500. And then it usually jumps up to from 500 to like 700, and then 700 to 1,000, and 1,000 to 2,000. Usually there's a couple other breakpoints depending on the category, but for the most part, it's increments of 100. And this is like perfect info. This is the best data you can possibly find. This is not an estimation. We know with 100% certainty that in the last 30 days, this specific variation of these shorts has been purchased between 50 and 100 times. All right. So if that was your question, yes, I love it. That is perfect, and you should utilize that. If it's the sales ranks drops, if you're talking about this thing where it says 59 drops in the past month, don't use this. Unfortunately, this one happens to coincide, like it's about 50 this month, but usually it does not coincide at all. Okay. So hopefully that answered that. Let's see, did you just add it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now that I can see the chat again. Yeah, it's been my knee-jerk reaction for so long because so many people use that sales rank drops things. Like I don't know, I think a YouTuber or a TikToker or something talked about like, oh yeah, just read the number of sales rank drops and that's roughly how many sales. Like, no, that's not what that means at all. But yes, now that they've added that, they're pulling that data straight from the Amazon API. So that data is perfect. So yes, do I use that to decide how many units to purchase? Absolutely. All right, great question. I hope to see you guys again back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's this time minus 26 minutes.